Now, I'm sure, just as myself, you've had those extreme times of exercising. And I'm no different. There was a time in my life where the minimum I exercised was an hour a day. Try to do 2 hours if I possibly could, and always at least 6 days a week. Now, this time I was dating Danny, who was to be my future husband, and he had called and asked me to go to a special fireside, and I was more than happy to do it. It was on a Sunday. Now, Sundays in the LDS Church can be pretty involved, starting with early morning meetings where you're meeting for organizational things, and then, of course, your 3-hour meeting schedule on top of that. Well, I was excited to go to this fireside, and so I told him sure. By the time I got home from church that day, from all the meetings and the things that needed to be done, it was after 5 o'clock. I thought if I hurry and get something to eat, I can still get in my exercising before Danny comes to pick me up. Because it was just really important to me that I stay on target with my exercising. And I thought, I can stay in my dress because I won't get really sweaty and stinky. I'll just get my exercise in, get a nice little workout, get my heart rate up. And so I hurried and had something for dinner, and I got on the treadmill. But I ran into a problem. I had never exercised on a treadmill in my dress, and I noticed that my legs kept hitting the bottom of my dress. There wasn't enough room to get that full stride going. And I'm like, I can't change my clothes. And I thought, oh, what a great idea. I'll just grab the bottom of my dress and pull it up, and then I'll tuck it down inside my shirt, all the way down, tuck it in my bra, pull it on down so it's nice and tight, hike it up over my hips, had a nice loose slip on, so the slip wasn't causing the problem, it was just the dress. So once I got the dress all hiked up, I got on my treadmill. Now, this was an old treadmill. It was an old GE treadmill, and it had handrails that ran along the side. So you had to walk up from behind to get on the treadmill, and then you could turn it on. And you could use the handrails if you wanted to, but usually, most of the time, they were in the way. Well, I don't know about you, but I love to exercise with some really good music on. Something that gives you a fast beat and keeps you just up and going. And so I had that cranked up on the big stereo system. And I'm just going on that treadmill. The music is loud, and I'm just pumping those arms as fast as I can. I'm not paying attention to what time it is. And I don't even care how loud the music is, because I had my little dog, Bubba, and he barked every time somebody came. So I knew if Danny knocked on the door or rang the doorbell, Bubba would be right at attention and start barking. Bubba laid down right next to the treadmill, just down there nice and just with his little head on his paws, and I'm exercising away. I don't even care what time it is. I'm getting my minutes in. Well, soon I've forgotten what time it is, and Danny had arrived and was knocking at the door. I don't come. He listens. He can hear music inside, so he knocks a little harder, rings the doorbell, waits, nothing happens. It's like, what's going on? So he goes around to the back door, knocks. He can hear the music louder because the back door's connected to the family room. He's really hearing the music, but he can't hear Bubba. He can't hear anything other than loud music. He's looking at the time and getting a little bit worried because we need to get going because it's a half-hour drive from my house to the fireside. Well, he knew the code to my garage door opener, and he thought, I got to go find out if she's okay. So he went, put the code in, up goes the garage door, walks into the garage. There's a door that goes into the house from the garage, and he opens that up, and that's right in a storage room. And in that storage room, it's pretty much empty, but it goes right to the family room where there's a glass sliding door. The door's wide open, the music's blaring, and there I am. He's seeing the backside of me on the treadmill with my dress hiked up over my hips and just my little white slip hanging down. He's like, what do I do? It's like if I say something, she's so jumpy, she'll probably jump and something will happen. So he's like, I don't know what to do. I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll start walking in there and Bubba will start barking, and then she'll realize something's going on. Bubba doesn't make a sound. He gets in there and I'm just going. Music's blaring. He goes, okay, I think I'll just tap her on the shoulder. He reaches up. He taps me on the shoulder and wow! I scream! I turn around. My legs start flailing out. I grab onto the handrails as I'm hanging and my body's dragging on the treadmill. I try to stand up. There's legs shooting out. There's arms shooting out. One hand's trying to go for the controls to shut it off. Danny is just standing there horrified. He doesn't know where to grab or what to do. It's just seconds of horrific terror. He manages to make it around, reaches up to the front of the treadmill and shuts it off. I finally end up hanging, raise myself up, stand up, hurry and pull my dress out of my bra and out of my neck, my shirt, pull it on down. And I look at Danny and he's like, I said, let's just go. You know what? The entire time, that little Bubba never made one peep. I think he knew all along he was going to see me on the treadmill as a Lucille Ball moment and thought, what a laugh. Hey, see you later.